All right, here we are. We're back. MiCom Labs. We're back at 25th Street Studios. Today, we're here with Joe Murphy from Vocalize.ai. What he's going to do is he's going to give us a demo of his tool, which is speech/accented speech in noise. So I'll turn it over to Joe to explain this a little better, what's going on.
Okay. Hey, Rob. Thanks.
You bet.
So basically, this is an app that was developed by Vocalize.ai. That's the company I founded. And what we're doing is we're presenting speech and background noise to a smart speaker and seeing how well it can pick the speech signal out when background noise is layered in. And then we're going to increase the challenge and give it accented speech. So that's English speech with an accent such as a Chinese accent or a Hindu accent or even a Mexican accent. For this specific test, we're going to use a Chinese accent. So the first test is speech and noise with US standard speech, and then the second test is speech and noise with Chinese accented speech.
Beautiful. All right, we're going to take a break here, get the actual setup, move the camera so you can see it better, and we'll be right back.
Okay, so this is a demonstration of the Vocalize.ai app, and here what we're running is a speech and noise test, where the device under test is a Google Max that has been lent to us by MiCom Laboratories. They were evaluating the bass response, and we figured we'd piggyback on top and show what Vocalize can do as well. The setup is pretty basic. It's a studio monitor playing speech that will be downloaded from the cloud. The test protocol we're going to run is called speech and noise, and the test is going to play Harvard sentences. Look it up if you don't know what that is. And it's going to layer noise on top of those Harvard sentences. The basic premise is we want conversational computing with a smart speaker to be really conversational. So we're going to check the hearing characteristics of these devices based on human benchmarks. So we're using a speech and noise, I'll call it SIN test, designed for humans, but ported over to be run through evaluations for smart speakers. So enough talking, let me get started.
Hey Google, repeat after me. A white silk jacket goes with any shoes.
A white silk jacket goes with any shoes.
So this is a Chinese accented speaker who has the capability to speak U.S. English at almost native dialect level.
So like a mild accent of sorts.
Yeah, so this is determined to be a mild accent. We have additional data sets that include very light accent and very harsh accent, but for today we're using a medium accent. And as the sentence was played, Google repeated back what it heard, and there's certain key words that we're looking for in the sentence. There's 5 key words in each sentence, and the test is going to score the device based on how many of those key words were correct. In this case, all 5 key words were correct. What's going to happen as the test progresses, the background noise is going to get higher and higher, so we have a smaller and smaller signal to noise ratio, and that's the challenge of the test.
And so something interesting that caught me when you were doing it was the wake word doesn't have the babble in it, right?
It has a fixed level
of
20 dB SNR,
okay,
because we don't want to have a huge from 0 to whatever the level is, so we ramp in the noise.
So it's not jarring.
Right.
But the interesting side, so it does the wake word consistently every time, and then it increases the volume of the babble.
Yeah. With
the same active speech. So nice consistency.
So on that particular one, Google got 5 right, so we select 5.
Hey Google, repeat after me. The weight of the package was singing on the high scale.
The weight of the package was singing on the high scale.
So Google almost got that one perfect. The weight of the package was seen on the high scale, but Google said was singing on the high scale. So we give it a 4. And so the test is completed, the overall score is calculated, and this is showing that Google is performing as well as a normal hearing human in these background noise conditions.
So what we're talking about doing is, this test sort of demonstrates that when we look at like what MiCom Labs is doing and what Vocalize.ai is doing, and potentially working together to try to solve some of these real world conditions. MiCom Labs providing some lab space and resource expertise, and potentially Vocalize.ai coming through with the tools and see if we can provide a nice end-to-end solution. That's what we're looking at.
Yeah, from what I've seen, the 2 services really complement each other, where MiCom is focused on the audio coming out of these smart speakers, and Vocalize is focused on the hearing capabilities of these smart speakers. So if I'm a smart speaker consumer, I want the device to hear me well, and I want the audio to sound good that it's playing back to me. With MiCom and Vocalize together, we have full coverage of the device's capabilities.
Awesome. Thank you, Joe.
Cool.